All right, all right, all right. I guess we on here. What's going on, party people? Let's be here. Let's get right into it. Now, as you see in the title here, now which one is the real God? Is it Jesus? Is it Muhammad? Is it Krishna? Is it Buddha? Which one is it? Now, here's the thing. If you even find yourself entertaining this type of question, you know, I mean, this is because for the most part, people who are under mind control, they wouldn't understand what that is. Mind control, just so you know, it's when people tell you what to think. You're not thinking for your own self. Because if you're thinking for your own self, well, let's take a look at it. All of these guys, all they're pretty much telling you, it's all the same thing in different ways. But the essence of the message was pretty much what? You are more than what you look like. There's a divinity in you. There's a God that exists. In so many words, they're trying to lead you to go beyond you. That's why a true man of God, when you truly become a man of God, you will see God everywhere. And the reason why you would see, and being a man of God, you'll see God everywhere, because now at this point, your attention would be drawn into looking at things from beyond the surface. And then it would allow you to see things as they are. Like you would see beauty in everything. A man of God, you see God everywhere when you know God. So I guess the other part of what I wanted to say, if you were to see yourself asking that type of question, or even to entertain that, is because you don't know who God is and what impact does God has on in your life. Because ultimately they all telling you the same thing. But if they're all telling you the same thing, does it really matter which one says it better? But it's not just who says it better, but then you realize, listen, they all add something a little extra to you. Like for me, I'll give you a perfect example. The Masonic, the fucking Gnostics, and then Buddha, they all added something a little extra to me. Voodoo and all of that, they all added a little something extra. And you truly get to experience it for what it is. And you even have a greater perspective of God. You know, they're all showing you, and that same God too is in you. So I'm saying that to say, you know, which one's does it matter? But now, if you find yourself asking yourself that, again, going back to what I was saying about mind control, that's because you're under mind control. And mind control, for the most part, a lot of you guys think this is some conspiracy thing. And this is not what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm telling you is mind control is simply people training you how to think. Training you what to think. They telling you what to think, not how to think. There's a world of difference in thinking what to think and knowing how to think. Because if you know how to think, then you'll see they all doing the same thing. They all represent. They all talking about you being the greatest version of you. You acknowledging the divinity in you. So again, you know, you definitely asking the wrong question. But also, that question also is revealing much more about you. Your ignorance of yourself, and what God is. I mean, nobody know what God is in terms of putting it in words, but I'm saying what it represents to you and the impact of God in your life. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, there's no God without you feeling or having some sort of quality moment. if you don't feel it in the inside. That's why a lot of us, we are testifying to God, like what God means to us. That's why God brings the best out of you, because now it's teaching you how to love. It's the same message. Love your, you know what I'm saying, to be better. We're treating each other better. Because now you have developed quality in you. So now that's why self-love is the key. Self-love is not selfish. But it's how you love yourself by understanding the different aspect of yourself. Then now it gives you the insight when you look at somebody else to have compassion for them. Or to even to lend a hand to a friend. And sometimes that also entails too, sometimes you got to let the dead bury the dead. Let them kill themselves too. Because it's all part of you loving yourself. But most importantly, you know, it gives you the inner sight and vision to truly understand somebody else. And then at that point, you also get to realize, listen, man, you can't really teach anybody if they don't have it in them. That's why I can't be for just anybody. I speak for the great listeners. Those are the ones that I speak for. And that's why when I speak to the heavens are listening. They have to. They have no other. I don't give them any other choices. I don't give them choices at all. That's how bad of a motherfucker I am. But again, what we're doing here also is to see the complexity, not just us, but in God. You know, and psychologically, you know what I'm saying, you need to get yourself out of, you got to help yourself out. You got to remove yourself from this mental slavery. That is your responsibility. In fact, I got another video coming up on that. It's called Putting the Work In. So you're probably going to see this first, because right after that, that's what I'm jumping into. We're just doing 2 for 1 today, but we're going to keep this one short though. You know, not as short as a short, but short enough, you know, so you know there's another one coming up. But anyway, so yeah. Then you realize ultimately your job, you know, that's when I had this recording where I was talking about education. Like, even if we talk, you know, life in itself is education, nigga. None of us has ever stopped learning, regardless of what age you are in. So the whole purpose of you doing all of those learning is to have a better understanding of who you are. That's why your goal, but anyway, we don't need to go that. We're going to save this for the next recording. But going back to the point that I'm making here, man, ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. When you develop the true inner vision, you'll get to see God everywhere. You see the divine in everything. Trust me, when you develop the right inner vision, you'll see God in voodoo. You see God everywhere. Even when something bad happened, you still see God. And that's what we do in terms of, that's why it's because we see God, even when I go through certain bullshit or painful experiences, that's why we tell you niggas, hey, did you get the lesson? When you get the lesson in a bad experience, that's you seeing God in it. Does that make any sense? So therefore, which one's better? Obviously, you know, you have not seen God. And get yourself out of mind control. And we're going to leave it there. Aishan, Mali.